What's
Amazing.
up, everybody? Welcome to the first Alchemy Dev Chat.
Where's our air horn sound? Oh, there it was.
Yeah, Dakotah, do the air horn sound. Oh my gosh! I hope that came through.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, everybody? We're super stoked that you're here in the Alchemist section. That means that you're supporting us, and we just want to say thank you for that. That means a whole lot to us. Also, we're excited that this section even exists, right? Like, we built this, and now people are here, and we can interact on this level that is really unpolished. Even though, Isaac, you made a great overlay, so good job with that.
You made the overlay. I'm just stitching everything together.
Dakotah, what'd you do?
I
Air
sat
horn.
here.
You
Oh, that's
got
right.
the air
That's
horn
right.
ready.
And of course,
Bussin'.
there we go. I've done it.
I really, really hope those are coming through. Oh, if we have those, we should have hit the Welcome to Alchemy RPG thing.
Oh, yeah. Let's just
Well,
do it
that's
all
easy.
over. Starting from the top.
Welcome to Alchemy RPG.
Welcome everyone to the first dev chat. I guess we should start with intros. I'm Chris. I design things.
Hi, I'm Isaac. You may know me from the devlog, the Discord, or from building things.
And I'm Dakotah, the only Dakotah in the world.
The goatest of all time.
Same.
Yeah, I like that. The goodest of all time. Guys, let's start off talking about what we've been up to since the launch. We did launch. I hope everybody noticed that. We did launch on the 11th of November. And it's been, it was a wild, mad dash getting to that point. And it's been kind of a mad dash since then. Has it been?
It's been pretty chill. There've been a couple fires, but nothing too wild.
That's like the most surprising part to me. I mean, not that you guys don't write really great code that always works, but in software, especially on this platform where there's so much in it, things always break. Things are always broken in a big launch like that. And we had no downtime. It just happened. It just worked. People were able to get their app, their native app, hit refresh on their browser, and everything's just working. So that's pretty cool. But we've been squashing bugs. There was a fair amount of those, but nothing really like game breaking. Isaac, what have been sort of the bugs that we've been working on this week?
I mean, lots of small things. I think we've had just little things here and there. Nothing really even like none of you noticed any of the bugs. They've all been secrets, and we'll keep them secrets.
Dakotah, have you squashed any good bugs? Are your shoes just dripping with goo?
They are. I had to get new shoes. I actually did get new Allbirds, by the way, so I have some.
Oh
new ones
my
now.
gosh!
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you have the
for
old
this?
ones? Can you
didn't have
show?
to do
Can
that.
you show everybody your old Allbirds?
Yeah, people can't even see your feet in this, Dakotah. You'd have to
I
get
know.
new shoes.
I'm sorry. I had white ones. Now I have black ones. So Eva said I can't have white ones anymore because I get them too dirty. So
You're squashing too many bugs. That's why.
I am. One big one we squashed was performance issues given the hover when playing back video assets. Really cool feature, not the best in its current implementation. So we ripped that out for now. We're going to come back to it. We'll make it better next time. And then a fun one was changing all of our text areas to the new component that we have that has the markdown editor built in, the word counter, and the super grabber 9000. That's patent pending.
I like that because we did have the grab handle, which we called the grandle.
Yeah.
But the grand was very grandpa, so we went with a brandle. Was the baby grab handle, right? So
exactly. Yeah.
Now we're in grab handle 9000.
Yeah, super grabber 9000. Trademark,
got it.
patent pending.
SG9, love it.
Exactly.
All the Stargate fans are like, what? So yeah, what's left? We've got a few things. I don't think, again, anything really like crazy that like is blocking anybody's path, but I don't even know. I'm not even keeping up. I'm like working on other things.
It helps that we are moving our project management tools around, so none of us know what's happening anymore.
Same.
Except for
I just get assigned tasks.
me and Dakotah. We know what's happening. I think Chris does too.
Yeah. I haven't wrapped my head around GitHub issues yet, but it is much more simple than what we've been using forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's been a kind of a cathartic experience, like entering into the version 1 era and just transferring over all of our task management to a new system, because the old system is like several years old and it's just log jammed full of old things that are probably OBE, which stands for what, Dakotah?
Overcome by events.
There we go. We'll get the vernacular flowing here to where in Dev Chat 1, we only have to explain those once. So that's good.
Yeah. You have to watch all dev chats linearly, though, in order to understand.
Yeah.
Of course people will. Of course they'll watch all of them. So the thing I've been working on this week in particular is 2026 planning. So we've got another month in December, but that's always a hacked up month, right? Because we've got holidays. If you're in the US, I think everyone's got holidays in December, honestly, but December's weird. So we're scoping out some time to hit some things that we cut from our version 1 list in that. We'll go over that in a minute. But yeah, 2026 is looking really exciting. Not just for Alchemy and like the features that we're going to be building, but I think for the business and the team. We're looking at some growth in there. We're looking at some new promotions in there. Some, did I say growth? Growth in 2 ways, like team growth and also like looking to get more people into Alchemy. So we've been sort of waiting for a long time. This is like, if you're starting a business out there, like don't take this advice, but like we've just been kind of precious about the platform for a while before we wanted to really promote and get crawled by search engines and all that stuff. So we're refocusing on that now in this post V1 phase. So that's really exciting. Very cool. I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more of the 2026 roadmap with you all. We're also working on a devlog reboot. And more importantly, I think for us, we are going to be taking a much needed wellness week next week. We're going to take the week off. We're going to ghost out of here. Peace out. We've never done this before. And I'm a little like embarrassed that we haven't. We just don't take breaks very often. Dakotah, what are you going to do with a week of your time if you're not sitting at your computer writing code?
I wasn't supposed to tell you this, but I'm just going to sit at my computer and write code. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm going to... Blood Bowl 3rd season just came out. Any GW fans out there, you know that it just dropped. So I'm going to be painting up some teams. I run a Warhammer League locally, so I'm going to be painting up some teams, playing some Elder Scrolls Online, and just big chilling.
Do you think there's anything more nerdy than running a Warhammer League locally?
Maybe a Linux user group?
No. Yeah, probably.
That's pretty nerdy.
Yeah. Like running tabletop RPGs is pretty like norm now, but a Warhammer League, that's... Yeah, I still get called a dork.
That's gritty. I love it. I love that you do that.
Thank you.
What about you, Isaac?
I'm going to be resisting the temptation to continue working on stuff. I have a lot of things that are like tech debt that I want to address. There's a whole build system that I want to be tinkering with, but I'm not going to. I'll tell you one thing I am going to be doing is playing a lot of Clair Obscure Expedition 33. I'm about halfway through it. I plan to finish it next week. I've also got some house projects. Reset my garden for winter. Maybe clean a closet. I don't know. Hang out.
Giving me ideas. I've got a lot of honeydews around my house I need to work on.
Yeah.
My walls are literally cracking in half, and I need to patch those cracks. Yeah, I'm going to be doing the same thing. I've been thinking all this week, and I've been negotiating with myself, like, well, I could just like hop on and take that one meeting, or I could do this thing while everybody's out and things are quiet, and that's really, really tempting. but I'm going to try to actually rest. I want to try to do like a screen detox, uh, which is weird because like I also really want to play some video games. I really want to get through Star Wars Outlaws, and I just started Indiana Jones, the new Indiana Jones, the other night. And I play games at like 10-minute intervals. It's like just enough time to update and then like go through the intro sequence and then I'm shutting it off. So I'm gonna try to resist that temptation too. Maybe get outside, do some walking, try to get my sleep pattern back on. But anyway, that's gonna be good. I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited for the whole team to take off. If you are around, Dan will be here. We don't give Dan breaks, so Dan has to keep working this week. If you have questions, just kidding. Dan took this week off, so we just staggered those a little bit so that we could have coverage and we weren't just sending out of office replies to everyone who hits the support inbox.
Oh,
But
shoot. I wasn't supposed to just be saying that Dan will get you next week?
yeah, you could. You're good doing that.
Oh, okay. No, I've been replying. And
Yeah, I
triaging.
know. So yeah, Dan will be in the support inbox, but as far as the Discord goes, if you are a Discord user, we most of us won't be around, but Dan will, so you can still haggle Dan for things, and he's going to be collecting bug reports and feature requests and all that stuff as per normal. Cool. So one of the things I wanted to talk about in this first ever dev chat of all time is since we are sitting on this big rollout that took us, I mean, really this version 1 we teased on our Kickstarter. It was the version 1 Kickstarter in 2023. So it's been a long time. We've made this really concerted sprint starting this spring where we had version 1 sort of mapped out and defined. Like, I think on the Kickstarter, it was like this vision and something we knew we wanted to get to, but it was like so far in the distance, we couldn't really see where that finish line was. And so 7 months ago, we found it. We're like, there it is, that's it. And then we sprinted for 7 months. It was supposed to be 6, but we added another month in there. And but anyway, now that we're sitting on that, we've kind of got things stable, and we're going to take this break. We're looking forward to starting fresh in a brand new year. Everything's just kind of aligning in that way. But before we take a break and then we get into December 1 and all of our new initiatives, I want to reflect a little bit on this version 1 process. I think specifically like the last 7 months, or longer if you want to. But I want to ask you guys some questions. Like, the first one I want to know is what was your favorite version 1 feature that we put out, or your favorite version 1 initiative? Because I think some of those things are different. We've changed a lot of things. But Dakotah, what's your favorite V1 feature?
I think my favorite one would have to be the Markdown toolbar, the WYSIWYG toolbar that we added to the editor. And the reason is because that was never part of the plan, which is basically V1 in my nutshell, was I was just throwing kinks in. They were good kinks, but like, and so it started off as the asset tab little toolbar at the bottom. When you select assets, you get this little like elongated pill that says like, oh, select all, delete. And then I was like, wait a second, what if I took those buttons that we're doing and then just, chunked it to the bottom, and then that's the toolbar, and then started adding all these features of like, you can bold, you can italicize, and doing all that. And I was like, it just made my life easier also, because I write a lot of articles for, you would have guessed it, Warhammer League. We do a lot of narratives in there and like a lot of posts. And so this now just makes it so much easier to just get that markdown out. And I'm in love with it.
Yeah, that one was a big surprise because that was not on the list. And we had a very, very like regimented list where it was like, we don't have any time, we have to do these features. And Dakotah shows up with this pull request of this new feature. And I'm like, why did you do this? And he's like, it didn't take much time and I wanted to. And it's, I think, probably not just your favorite, but a lot of people's favorite. So kudos for that. And keep doing that stuff.
Solid.
What about you, Isaac?
Definitely the roadmaps. I think the just having them in the first place is great, but then also seeing the response after launch, people getting in there, spending their votes, it's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to agree. The whole Alchemist initiative is my favorite part of this, and I think early on, when we were defining what version 1 was, we knew that like subscription, like Alchemy Unlimited, had to get love. That was kind of one of the main, I'd say maybe the top 3 things that we knew we needed to focus on. And it was just because we YOLO'd the subscription a long time ago. But like looking at it, we were like, well, we can put more stuff in it. We could make like a lower price tier where like just players can get in and have more players. But I don't think any of us liked having a subscription that like gated people. And I think it was one of those things where it was really scary to like imagine this idea of like getting rid of the thing that literally pays our bills. But developing the plan around it, and then when we started thinking about like, well, what would a subscription look like that was like just people who wanted to subscribe and wanted to support Alchemy and chose to do that, what could we give them? And I think for me that changed my whole mindset on how I look at the people who subscribe, and hopefully it changes the mindset of the people who do subscribe as well. And we can create more of this relationship where we're just hanging out talking like this, and we're sharing ideas, and we're opening up discourse. And there are so many rad plans that we have for this area. I mean, the roadmaps are amazing. That's been a game changer. I love watching them change every day. But this dashboard that you're watching this video on right now is going to have a lot of really cool stuff. It's barely stubbed in here right now, but this is going to be our interface, our conduit for being able to talk to you directly. And we have some really cool plans for that. So that would be my favorite. Transitioning into things that are less positive, what would you say was the biggest challenge? I guess this is positive because we overcame the challenges, right? But Isaac, what do you think for you? Because I've got something in mind, but what do you think was your biggest challenge in getting V1 out?
I kind of have just forgotten all the hard stuff, you know? It's in the past now. I think there are a couple things come to mind for sure. One of them is just the sheer number of like visual changes we made and the kind of visual whack-a-mole that we had to play, and getting all those things right, while also making some underlying changes to like the way our code is written, the way our styling happens, and keeping all that stuff going. And I think there were definitely some other challenges in terms of like the universe reorganization stuff that we ended up, we almost went down a very dark path of pain with that in terms of like moving everybody's universes around for you or for them all. And that could have been really challenging. So there were definitely some periods of time where I was looking at things and thinking, this is going to be a little bit scary to roll out. So I'm glad we landed where we did.
Yeah, I was gonna say modals.
Oh God,
Same.
modals. That's
I was
it.
gonna say
That's it right
modals
there.
too. Like I
See,
just
that's
think
the one that I
Isaac
said.
modals.
I was in the background. I was just like, I forgot about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's also on the.
like, I could refactor all the modals and like.
We don't have that many modals.
Sprints.
Turns out it's 70 of them, and they're everywhere. And changing the way that you save is maybe a little bit of a big change. Which there's a couple bugs left there that I was just triaging today. So that's on my list for before the end of the day, before the long rest.
The long winter. Dakotah, what was your big hair pulling moment?
Sleep? No, just kidding. It was UGC.
Pull your hair in your sleep?
That's why I'm wearing the hat. I don't have any. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
It was UGCMs for me, or user-generated content modules. Same thing Isaac was saying, where it's like we did this whole restructure of universe, pulling in official content into the official universes, and then splitting out custom into truly custom universes. And it was just, that was right at the tail end. Like we were ready. We were like ready to launch. We were all there in Oregon. And we were like, all right, we're there. And then we're like, oh yeah, but what about this thing? And we're like, oh snap, what about that? And so that took pretty much all the way up until the 11th to just nail down and get right, because that has to be watertight, like rock solid. You get somebody's module showing up where it shouldn't be, it's like GG. So
Which we had, right? We had people's
yeah, we
modules
saw.
showing up in our
Yeah,
universes.
yeah.
Also, I just want to commend you for being an East Coaster and saying Oregon
Yeah.
instead of Oregon. It's like, great job, man.
Nice work.
Thank you.
I guess at this point you're just an honorary Oregonian because you've worked with us for so long.
I've also fallen down a mountain in Oregon, so
You've paid
Yeah.
the blood tithe.
I have. It's Dakotah's folly. You need to put one of those markers there.
Yeah. So we talked about the roadmap a little bit. This has been really exciting to get all the features out in public, all the features that have been in our head over the years, honestly. But the way that we pulled those the feature roadmap together was a mixture of things that we had in our head, but also we went through the Discord and all of the things that were sort of voted the highest in the feature request boards. We put into the roadmap. We did some high level thinking on all of them, created little mock-ups or just concepts for all of them, and got them in there. I'm curious, what? Oh, I didn't say what my biggest challenge was.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Modals.
Yeah, so my biggest challenge was responsive design. We've never supported smaller screen sizes in Alchemy. It's sort of started as an iPad and then it was like desktop from there. And we always just said, one day we'll do that, but right now let's keep moving fast, and we won't even think about what this looks like when you shrink your window or when you look at this on another device. And in version 1, we mostly support all screen sizes outside of the game experience, and designing now is like quadruple the time because you design an interface and then you have to design it for, I guess, how many breakpoints do we have? Is it like 6? Yeah, 6 sizes. So that's challenging, but for any aspiring designers out there or developers, there's this old adage that came out like when the iPhone came out that was like, hey, mobile first, design your stuff for mobile first and then scale it up from there. And what do you know? It's made a big difference in how I'm thinking about everything in the app. So responsive was my biggest challenge and will remain my biggest challenge from here on out. Pandora's box has been opened. But back to the roadmap. What are the things on the roadmap, feature or game, or both, Dakotah, that you're the most excited about working on?
I'll answer both. Game, Nimble. Recently looked at that, and a lot of the people who I play with still like 5e in the sense that, the adventures and stuff. And I was like, how can I marry that with what I like? And I want like a little faster stuff. And I landed on Nimble, and it is pretty fantastic. So it's not doing the hottest on the roadmap right now. I'm sure that after watching this, everybody will cast their votes in memory of me. Thank you. No,
Yeah,
but,
is that your campaign message? Is that how you get people to vote? You just say, I'm doing it, so you should too?
yeah, basically.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I could just jump the line, right? I mean, if I just put Nimble out, it's no.
I mean, no promises of tax cuts or free healthcare. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, just saying. And then feature-wise, it would have to be the visceral dice rolling for me.
Oh,
Like,
God, I hate you.
I think of all the tie-ins, right? Like it's we have the rolling today, but we're gonna have the new souped up roller soon, and that souped up roller is gonna support some external physical dice. And I can just imagine me rolling my physical dice and then having everybody else experience the visceral side. It really takes the whole experience, just ties it all together, and I'm just super excited for that.
Yeah. Don't vote for it, everyone, because it's hard. What about you, Isaac?
I've got 2 for each. I'm just gonna have to lay both of them out there.
Cool. Mine are no.
Game wise, I'm looking forward to Cyberpunk, and I'm looking forward to Fabula Ultima. big JRPG head over here. I'm looking forward to just geeking out on some Fabula Ultima. That'd be fun. Feature-wise, tactile map drawing tools, definitely top of the list for me. I know. It's surprising because
I'm shocked.
early on in Alchemy, I was like, we can't give people the power to draw because you know what they're going to draw. It's going to be inappropriate things on their maps all the time. Players are just going to be making...
Can you give an example of what you think they might draw that's inappropriate?
Yeah, just like, shapes, swear words, things like that.
Eggplants.
Maybe, yeah. But anyway, I'm looking forward to tactical mode drawing tools. And then the pins on a map situation, that's probably number 2 for me. I'm looking forward to that. That one excites me.
Yeah, that's a good one. You might have just made me change mine.
Yeah. Map pins. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, for me, games, I would say Blades in the Dark. I've always thought Blades would play really well in Alchemy, and we've wanted it for a really long time, and our player base has wanted it for a really long time, and we actually just recently got it. It's one of our most recent licenses that we got, so I'm really excited for that. I thought it'd be doing a lot better on the roadmap, but also recognizing that we have Daggerheart, Pathfinder, D&D 2024 on the roadmap, so those are some big monsters. But I'm looking forward to that. The feature that I'm looking forward to most, map pins is pretty good. I like the idea of being able to drive your scenes by clicking on locations. But I would say motion overlay actions, because we've had some assets that we've created for a long time for spells. We just haven't had a way to do like one-shot motion overlays, purely just because of time. We know exactly how we want to do that, and we want to tie it into actions and all that. But I'm really looking forward to being able to click an attack or some kind of automation in the game experience and have sound, have motion, have multiple dice rolls, like having it all tie together and just creating an epic action that will just crash the app every time you do it. So I'm looking forward to that the most. Yeah. Cool. So what's next? We said we weren't going to go long, so we'll fly through this next part. As I mentioned, we're taking a break, and then we're coming back December 1st. Here's what's next. The first thing is we need to fix our Electron app build pipeline. Did I get that right?
You got it right.
Yeah. So the native app for Alchemy is called an Electron app. It uses an Electron wrapper, which is basically just Google Chrome wrapping a website. So we have to fix that for a couple reasons. First, pop-outs aren't working the way that they should be working. And then we need to update like our logo, our new little badge. So that's gonna be first. Should be quick. The next thing is the Essence Exchange. So that thing up there that you can spend your Essence points on. We don't want you sitting just with a cache of Essence points. So the collection is gonna drop on January 1st or the first week of January. And we're building that collection now. It's really exciting. It's gonna be really cool. You're gonna be able to get a lot of really cool stuff with your Essence points. So we need to do some finishing touches to make that actually possible for you to be able to exchange those points and get those things. Another feature I'm really excited about that no one really knows about is in universes, if you click on an article, you now have a background on it, and it's kind of just a piece of glass. But that is there almost as a default or a placeholder, because we're going to give you the ability to drop your own background images in there and radically transform the way your articles look. So very excited about that. We're really close on that, and that will be happening in December. Another really, really big one is where Dakotah is going to be building a new role action. And this is the role to roll them all. Like, it is a mega roll action. You'll be able to do pretty much anything with it. Today we've got dice pools, attacks, straight dice, exploding dice, target numbers. Like, we keep kind of peeling off little things from the power of our dice roller and leveraging those in the interface. This roll action will be pulling everything that we have building an interface for it. So you can mechanize anything. And for us, we've got a lot of games that are just stuck waiting for automations, and this roll action is going to fix that. And then game-wise, we've been sort of silently working on Daggerheart for a long time. I think we can safely say that's probably going to stay in the first position for a while. So we're going to keep working on Daggerheart and hopefully get that out very, very soon for you all, because I know you're excited about it. Lastly, let's talk about Q1 2026. Fresh book, fresh calendar, fresh minds coming off the rest. Isaac, let's talk about how we're going to actually pull things off the roadmap, because we threw those things out there and then we're like, okay, now what do we do when we actually want to work on these things? And so we've been talking about that this week. Do you want to talk a little bit about how we're thinking about choosing new things from the roadmap, how we are going to add things to the roadmap, how that shuffles around?
Sure. Yeah. I think that we haven't set any of this in stone yet, but one thing that we tossed around this week is the idea of having like a final voting period for like the top 3 things on the roadmap, letting everybody know, every alchemist know, we're going to lock in one of these. So if you don't have any votes that you've spent and you want one of these to win, go vote now. And then we'll lock in, the winner after X hours or days or however long we choose to do that, which I think could be pretty cool. It could be a fun way to get people engaging with the roadmap, and also really helping steer like the next quarter or so of initiatives here at Alchemy. And then adding things to the roadmap, we'll just click a button and we'll type in some words, and then we'll wait for Chris to spend a day on an image and a write-up on it, and then wave his magic pixel wand to make it nigh impossible to create, and then we'll put it on the roadmap.
Well, let me throw out the first FAQ before anyone even thinks about how this is going to work. Like, if we add something new and there's like 600 votes on something, how does that something new have any chance of ever getting into the top position and getting worked on? Or do we have to clear out 21 items?
I know how.
How?
We clear out 21 items.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah, I look at this roadmap and I'm just like, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. I think the short answer is we're still trying to figure that one out. We want the roadmap to be balanced and democratic. And so we don't want anything, because it's been on there longer, to like beat out things that are new or like new feature requests. And so some of the ideas we've been talking about, again, nothing set in stone, but some of the ideas have been to sort of refresh the roadmaps on a seasonal basis, to where maybe as we're pulling new things off, votes are sort of leveled out, giving everything a chance to kind of like refloat to the top. And that way it's not this stale roadmap that like, hey, 6 months ago, a bunch of people voted on these things, and so they're higher than this really awesome thing that we just added. And that can just kind of shake things up, every so often. So I think we're kind of thinking about that. But mostly, how do we just keep the roadmap like fair, democratic, and work on the things that everybody wants the most? It's just, I think we're finding that like getting the semblance of what everybody wants is a little bit trickier when we're adding things and we're pulling things off. So what we have up there, the first thing we're going to work on in January is going to be whatever wins. And right now it's been this neck and neck race. Every day it's different. Today it's tactical drawing tools, and all week it's been card mode. Well, like last night, visual novel style, like past card mode, and now it's tactical drawing tools by like 20 votes. So so whatever ends up getting locked into place will be the first thing that we work on. I'm really excited about card mode. I think card mode is going to be killer. But yeah, so that'll be the first thing. But beyond that, we've got other things that we need to be building in as well. Some things that are missing. So if you go to the community tab, there is a placeholder for community content sharing. We've already decided that's something that we wanted to have in version 1. We didn't end up getting it completely finished. Dakotah made a lot of progress on that. There are a lot of features that he built that are hidden right now because the whole flow doesn't work. So we're going to hit that pretty quickly as well. We basically just need to get it to where you can push your universes out and then other people can clone them. So that's going to be happening in the first quarter of the new year. And then game experience. We're going to go deep on the game experience and give it a coat of paint, much like the rest of the platform has now in version 1. We're going to be going into the game experience and really tidying some things up experience-wise, fixing some little glitches and quirks and actually addressing some, smaller things that people have been asking for a long time, like the doobly-doo. Isaac, what's the doobly-doo?
Go into a game and it's the thing that's right down there.
Yeah, that thing right in your way.
Yeah. Or not in your way. It just depends on how high your resolution is or how large your viewport is.
How tall your office chair is?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're gonna hit some things like that. But I'm really pumped. We've got a lot of things. We're gonna hit the game experience. It's gonna make it look really, really good. And then lastly, we're gonna bolt something into quarter 1 that is big, very big for Alchemy as a platform. And I don't think I'll say it yet because if card mode comes into the top position, I don't know, might change things. But as of right now, we're looking at things and scoping out time. There's a really, really big initiative that we've been dying to create for a long time. And it's going to change the way that people connect and play tabletop games on the internet, and Alchemy is going to have that. So I can't wait to share more about that. That's going to be really, really cool. But that'll be our one more thing.
Are you talking about the quantum rematerializer?
Isaac.
Oh.
I thought that was on the roadmap already.
Kill it. Kill the feed. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a good spot to end it. We could kill the feed there. But Dakotah, any final parting words for the first ever dev chat of all time?
Go forth and game, my dudes.
Wow. That's the evolution of let's go play some games, but it's like very highbrow.
True. Wow.
I was channeling a little bit of Asher in there. Him and I are going to play some games later tonight, so he's been on the mind.
I'm just going to go forth and play those games.
Same.
Thank thee. Isaac, parting words?
I think this has been fun, and look forward to us putting more stuff on here. I think we'll probably do like more regular, shorter ones. Maybe even like Dakotah will hop on and show off something he's been working on, or Chris will hop on and show off a design, or I'll hop on and show the inner workings of a build pipeline. I don't know what we'll do exactly, but I think like this is a longer one for sure. I wouldn't expect every dev update to be like really long and talking about the next quarter or the next month or whatever. I think we're going to have a lot more informal ones coming your way too. So look forward to some more fun and zany things here in the Alchemist dashboard.
Love it. Shorter and often, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, yeah, with that, I'll just say thank you for sticking around. Thank you for supporting us. Gosh, it means more now than ever, now that you don't have to. No one's holding a weapon to your throat, and you're doing it anyway. We really appreciate that. And I want everyone to know who's watching that we'll continue to earn that and earn that support. And part of that is just doing what you want us to do and making this the platform that you want to connect with your friends and play games on. So lots of exciting stuff, but the most exciting stuff is in that roadmap, and you've got the power to guide it and direct it. So with that, thanks a lot. Appreciate you. Peace.
Bye.